With new day comes new experiences. Hello everyone. Welcome again to TATR 4K Live Safari Experience.
गुड मॉर्निंग फ्रेंड्स, आज फिर एक नया जोन, नया गेट और नया कुछ सीखने के लिए। गुड मॉर्निंग. मग अंकाडेजी कशा आहात?
मस्त आहे मॅडम.
आजची सफारी आमची
आजची सफारी तुमची ताडोबा अंधारीच्या बप्पर क्षेत्रातील अलीजंजा गेटवर तुमचं सफारीमध्ये स्वागत आहे आणि या सफारीचा आनंद चांगल्या प्रकारे तुम्ही घेऊ शकता.
बरं, सध्या अलीजंजा गेटच्या इथे सायटिंग वगैरे काही?
सायटिंग वगैरे आहे, सकाळ संध्याकाळ वगैरे कॉलिंग वगैरे होते आणि सायटिंग वगैरे चालू आहे.
तर पर्यटकांना काय मेसेज द्याल तुम्ही आज?
पर्यटकाला आता या लॉकडाऊनच्या पिरियडमध्ये घर बसून आपला चांगल्या प्रकारे ताडोबाचा आनंद वगैरे घेऊ शकतो आपण. तर बंदीच्या काळामध्ये चांगल्या पद्धतीचे
लाईव्ह सफारीचा आनंद घेता येईल ना आम्हाला?
हो, लाईव्ह सफारीचा आनंद चांगल्या प्रकारे.
मग चला सुरू करूया आजची सफारी.
ठीक आहे.
Today we are entering through the Alijanja buffer and we would be exploring the evergreen patch of Tadoba. So let's go. There are a few beautiful spotted owlets which have been seen here. These 3 spotted owlets have been very active throughout the night and right now they are roosting. It's early in the morning. All 3 are relaxed, not bothered about our presence, but one of them is surely keeping a watch on us. And the second one. You can see here one of the spotted owlets looks restless, maybe because he has seen us, and sometimes the spotted owlets do exhibit this behavior. It is a clear sign that he is not very comfortable with us, so I think we should leave him now and we shall go further ahead to explore more. So we have decided to drive to a watering hole called Wagmare, and it's on road towards Kinichua. So earlier this morning there was a couple of alarm calls heard and we've decided to take that route.
त्याचं नाव आहे
वाघमारी एक.
वाघमारी.
स्थानिक नावाने इथं ओळखलं जाते वाघमारी एक म्हणून यांना.
उन्हाळ्यामध्ये इथे बरेचसे वन्य प्राणी.
हां, आता सकाळच्या ह्याच्यामध्ये दिसत नाही पण उन्हाच्या टायमामध्ये जास्त प्रमाणात इथं राहतो.
आणि या पाणवठ्याचं एक छान वैशिष्ट्य असं की तिथे भरपूर सावली पण आहे. आजूबाजूला चांगले झाडांची सावली. आणि हे एक झाड जे आपल्याला दिसतंय त्याचं नाव आहे गराडी. त्याच्या फळांमध्ये एक पॉयझनस सबस्टन्स असतो जो पूर्वी छत्तीसगड वगैरे त्या भागामध्ये लोक शेतामध्ये पेस्टिसाईड म्हणून तो पॉयझन यूज करायचे. आणि ह्या झाडाचा प्रेझेन्स असल्यामुळे आपल्याला कळेल की ही जी इथली माती आहे दॅट इज वेल डिकम्पोज्ड लॅटराइट सॉइल. आय होप ऑल द व्ह्यूअर्स आर गेटिंग अ रॉ फीलिंग ऑफ getting into the thickets of forest. As you can see the bamboo twigs.
Wow, look at this beautiful bird. This is called as a oriental magpie robin, and this individual is a female. So the females possess a grayish head, a white belly and black wings with a stripe on it, whereas the males are completely black with the white stripes on the wings. So these oriental magpie robins are passerine birds, which means that they're also called as the songbirds. Here you can see a close-up of the oriental magpie robin. You can also observe the beak. So this is specially made to pick the insects, especially flies, and they're also known to eat berries occasionally. Summer is the breeding time for these oriental magpie robins, and you get to see the males displaying their courtship behavior. So the courtship behavior in the males is that they perch at a height and they start to sing. And yes, look at this one. We also got the nesting of the female. After moving forward from the oriental magpie robin, we are moving towards a watering hole called Kinichua, and right now we have something interesting, so we will be stopping by now.
The scientific name of this tree is Rhytia tinctoria from the oleander family. The leaves generally shed during winters and flowers appear along with or immediately after the new leaves reach. So the pods will ripen by the end of May probably, and then when the pods ripen there will be tufts of aerodynamic seeds which can propagate through wind. So this is a very useful tree. In previous time the leaves were once used for dye, but I think this process or this use most of us have been forgotten. Also the wood of this tree was been used to make toys in olden times. So let's move ahead, and I think it is a very rare sight to see the entire canopy filled with white flowers.
There's a beautiful forest cover in this area, and there is bamboo on the either side of the roads. Sometimes in the monsoons the bamboo also blocks the vehicles, and we will be soon reaching the Kinichua water body which we were talking about till now. And this is a natural water body. It has a artificial check dam too, so the water flows down from the hills and then it comes and settles down in this area. So we are here now at the Kinichua water body. As you can see here, we have a lot of birds chirping. We have some very interesting birds here too. We have the oriental magpie robins, we have the chestnut-shouldered petronias, also called as the yellow-throated sparrows, and many more. So this is one of the natural water bodies that you just saw. We have a beautiful bird walking on the ground. So it looks somewhat like a lapwing, but it is a Eurasian thickney or an Indian thickney, what we call. A Eurasian thickney is also called as a stone curlew because it looks very similar to the curlew, and usually they lay about 2 to 3 eggs on the ground like the lapwings. They're majorly active at night but also make loud calls if disturbed. Usually prefer being very close to grasslands or dry areas. So there are a couple of sambar deer that have arrived at the water body. They seem to be very thirsty. They're quenching the thirst. In the meanwhile, they're also very much cautious. You can see the sambar deer here. His ears It's been concentrating on one direction. The other sambar deer has just finished drinking water and it started grazing. But this one doesn't look like it's still finished yet. Oh wow, look at that. The sambar deer has just sat down in the water. The temperature has almost gone up to 42 degrees and the deer has to cool itself. So the sambar deers are known to sit in the water, sometimes also seen wallowing in the water. That is what the sambar deer is doing right now. So we've been waiting here for some time and we don't have any signs of predators, no alarm calls yet, no distress calls of a peafowl. Oh, something just happened. The sambar deer looks a little bit cautious. We're just waiting for that one small sign of any predator, just one alarm call that might lead us to any predator. And she gets back to grazing. We think that there's no sign of a predator here, so we will be heading towards a beautiful area called the Jharan.
बहुत सारे म्यूट एविडेंसेस, ऑब्जर्वेशंस आपको रखना है कि क्या क्या साइंस मिल सकते हैं आपको। सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट साइंस जहाँ आपको मिलेंगे वो है ट्रैक और उसके आजू बाजू। जैसे कि आप देख सकते हो कि यहाँ एक स्पॉटेड डियर का स्कल विद हिज एंटलर्स। तो शायद कभी किसी टाइगर ने यहाँ शिकार किया होगा और उसका सिर्फ बचा हुआ पार्ट है जो स्कल है। दिस स्कल डजंट गो इन वेस्ट सिंस इट हार्बर्स certain wildlife like pangolin and porcupines. Sometimes we have seen that the sambar deer or the spotted deers feed on the leftover antlers, which contains calcium.
Now heading to one of the most beautiful areas. You can see the jungle looks completely green in color. It doesn't look like summer at all. Now this is what we call expect the unexpected. A beautiful Madras tree shoe. Tadoba is a mixture of forests. We had earlier mentioned that teak is the predominant tree seen in Tadoba, but in this area, majority of the trees that you see is Garadi, and we also have a few bale trees. In fact, crocodile bark tree, teak trees and mahua trees are rare in this area. So like we had told you earlier, we identified this honey buzzard with the pigeon-shaped head. Looks like he's warm. Wow, look at this. Beautiful eyes. So if you observe the eyes very closely, there's one layer that's trying to close the eyes and going out. That's almost like a transparent layer. It is called as a nictitating membrane. And this membrane is used by the raptors, especially when they are hovering high up in the sky. It has to create moisture in the eyes, or else the eyes get completely dried up. So that membrane, when they close and open, it creates a lot of moisture. But in this case, you can see small tiny little flies trying to disturb the ornamental honey buzzer, and hence he's just closing and opening again and again. You can also see him opening the mouth now and then, trying to reduce the heat from the body. So this is the evergreen patch of forest that we were talking about. This is called the Jharan areas. You get to see beautiful tall mango trees, jamun trees, which have covered in a very thick canopy. So while you are going in the vehicle, it gets completely dark inside, and it has a very thick foliage. It also has some streams which flow throughout the year. So this is the reason why the tigers prefer this area in the extreme summers. Oh wow, we've got something. So we just stopped by. This beautiful bird right here is the Indian paradise flycatcher, and this is definitely a male, because only the males get a long tail. These guys are actually summer visitors here in Tadoba, and you get to see two different morphs of this particular species. So basically the one that we are seeing here is a white morph. We also get a brown or rufous morph here. So the brown or the rufous morph is completely brown and has a brown tail. So these guys, mainly feed on insects, flies, beetles, bees, and we have even seen them, feed on spiders.
जंगल में आपने कई सारे मचान देखे होंगे. द मचान राइट बिहाइंड मी एक बहुत ही मज़ेदार किस्सा है. मई के दौरान जनरली पूर्णिमा के टाइम एनिमल वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंसस जब होता है, तब हम लोग इस मचान पर सोए. वी आर स्टेइंग हियर. और शाम के टाइम पर जब सभी नॉक्टर्नल एनिमल्स एक्टिव होते हैं, जनरली टाइगर्स, स्लॉथ बेयर्स वगैरह, तो करीब 2-2:30 बज गए होंगे. जस्ट मचान के एकदम नीचे हमारे यहाँ एक बड़ा सा भालू था, स्लॉथ बेयर था, और वो अपनी पीठ मचान की रॉड को घिस के, फिर बीच में ही टर्माइट का एक बड़ा एंड का एक हिल था, तो शायद वो रात को टर्माइट्स वो खाने के लिए आया होगा. और करीबन 2-2.5 घंटे तक वो वही था, और हमें उसकी लिटरली उसकी सांसों की आवाज़, जब वो ज़ोर ज़ोर से वो खा रहा था. फिर कुछ देर बाद वो पानी पीने गया. तो पूरी रात भर कुछ ना कुछ थ्रिलिंग रहा. तो जैसे अभी मई आ रहा है, वापस एनिमल सेंसस होगा, तो इस साल भी हम लोग कुछ एक्साइटिंग देखने का और यार एक्सपीरियंस करने का सोचते हैं.
So this is the Jharan area we were talking about. So the trees that you're seeing right now, they're at least 30 to 40 feet tall, and these are pretty old mango trees along with some jamun trees. There is a small stream that you can see on your left here. So this has water throughout the year, and that's also one of the reasons why this is the favorite place for the tigers in the extreme summers. We have plenty of large beehives we can see on the trees. We have a beautiful crested hawk eagle here. They are known to be one of the most aggressive raptors, and also comparatively larger than the crested serpent eagles. They have a beautiful crest that you are seeing right now, and these raptors, the crested hawk eagles, are excellent hunters. They are known to hunt anything as small as a squirrel to anything as big as a sambar deer fawn. Oh, look at him. He's just trying to preen himself. And look at the way he's so well camouflaged. Going away from the crested hawk eagle, you can't even make out that there's something like this bird that's actually hiding there. One of the most beautiful creatures on the planet is the butterflies. Yes, these winged insects are brightly colored and look very attractive. Here we have a pair of crimson rose butterflies. You can see the female, which is slightly orangish in color, and the male, which is upside down, is more vibrant and bright in color. You can also observe a pair of antennae very close to the head. The Jharan area is in between two hills, so it becomes a valley and also a catchment area which can store water throughout the year. There are freshwater springs as well in this area, which provides these trees with water and also the animals. The tigers in the summers, because of extreme heat, come into this valley and rest. Because of the tall trees and the shade and also sufficient water available, most of the animals come to this area. Here we have the Indian grey hornbill. Indian grey hornbills play a very important role in the ecosystem for seed dispersal, and these grey hornbills also pair for the lifetime. Here we have one of the most gorgeous looking bird. It is called as a southern cowcul. It has a beautiful red iris, brown wings, and a black body. These southern cowculs are also called as crow pheasants. So as you can see here, he is walking on the ground looking for something to feed on. So these birds usually are on the ground. They go for smaller insects and also sometimes for the snails. The most interesting behavior of the southern cowcul is that the males gift things like leaf, stones, pebbles, flowers, and also snails at times for the females so that they can impress them. Now, you can also see a bluish tint on the neck. So when the cowgirls come in the sun, the neck region turns glossy blue in color, and you can see the blue tint on the neck. It looks like he's thirsty. It is quite a warm day for the birds as well.
So camera traps are generally used in tiger reserves to capture the images of tigers. So it is not necessary that all the tigers हम लोग सिर्फ आँखों से ही देख पाए. तो बहुत सारे as you all know कि टाइगर बहुत shy एनिमल है, तो उसको कैप्चर करने के लिए, आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए उसका एरिया कैसा है, क्या है, तो कैमरा ट्रैप का यूज़ करते हैं. तो कैमरा ट्रैप लगाते वक्त हमें कुछ चीज़ें बहुत ध्यान से रखनी है. जैसे कि आपको एक एरिया दिया जा रहा है, तो उसको हम लोग छोटे छोटे ग्रिड्स में डिवाइड करते हैं. मान लो 1 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर एक ग्रिड रहेगा या फिर 2 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर का ग्रिड, डिपेंडिंग आपके एरिया में टाइगर्स कितने हैं, आप उसको ग्रिड्स में कितने डिवाइड करना चाहते हो, और टाइगर का मूवमेंट कहाँ ज़्यादा है. और कैमरा ट्रैप लगाते हुए सबसे मेन इम्पॉर्टेंट बात आपको पता होना चाहिए कि टाइगर हमेशा ट्रैक्स यूज़ करते हैं. तो ऐसे ट्रैक पर लगाना है जहाँ ट्राई जंक्शन है. तो यहाँ आप देख सकते हैं एक रास्ता यहाँ से आता है, यहाँ से, और ये यहाँ से. तो हमें कैप्चर करने का जो प्रोबेबिलिटी है वो सबसे ज़्यादा यहाँ मिल सकता है. तो हमें कैमरा ट्रैप जस्ट लगाना ही नहीं है, पर हमें कहाँ लगाना है ये स्पॉट हमें बहुत अच्छी तरह चूज़ करना है. सेकेंड चीज़ ये है कि कैमरा ट्रैप लगाते हुए आपको कौन से हाइट पर लगाना है. एक नॉर्मली टाइगर जब क्रॉल करेगा, आपको वो भी जब वॉक करेगा तब आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि कैमरा ट्रैप का हाइट कितना होता है. तो आइए हम देखते हैं. तो जनरली अगर ये टाइगर यहाँ से सामने से अगर जाता है, इसको हम लोग टेस्ट भी करते हैं. इसकी सबसे पहले हम लोग सेटिंग्स देखेंगे, बैटरी देखेंगे, टाइम सब सेट करके फिर उसको हम लोग टेस्ट करेंगे. एक बार कोई जो मेरे साथ रहेंगे उनके साथ सामने से वो लोग चल के टेस्ट करेंगे कि ये हाइट पर कैसे दिखेगा, टाइगर आएगा, कैप्चर नहीं होगा. ये सेंसर पे काम करता है. तो हमें तीसरी चीज़ ये ध्यान में रखनी है कि इसके सामने आसपास वाला घास हमें क्लियर कर देना है, ताकि हवा के वजह से अगर कोई भी घास पत्ते छोटे हिलते हैं तो हमें अनवांटेड कैप्चर्स हम लोग अवॉइड कर सकते हैं. पुराने ज़माने में जब सेंसस होता था टाइगर्स का, तो वी यूज़ टू ओनली लुक अपॉन पग मार्क्स से होता था. पर अभी टेक्नोलॉजी की वजह से चीज़ें बहुत सिंपल हो चुकी है. तो जैसे कि ये कैप्चर कर लिया इमेज, तो बोथ द फ्लैंक्स, दोनों साइड का फ़ोटोज़ मिल सकता है. जैसे कि ये साइड से मुझे लेफ़्ट फ्लैंक का फ़ोटो मिलेगा और वहाँ जो कैमरा है वहाँ से मुझे राइट फ्लैंक का फ़ोटो मिलेगा. तो आपको तो पता ही होगा कि हर एक इंडिविजुअल टाइगर का आइडेंटिटी अलग होता है, उसका स्ट्राइप पैटर्न अलग होता है. तो स्ट्राइप पैटर्न से हम लोग को आइडेंटिफाई करने में ज़्यादा आसानी होती है. तो पहले जो पगमार्क से हम लोग आइडेंटिफाई करते थे या सेंसस करते थे, तो दैट वाज जस्ट एन एस्टिमेटेड, वो रहता था कि शायद ये टाइगर हो सकता है या फिर टाइग्रेस हो सकती है, ये उसका ओवरलैपिंग ऑफ टेरिटरी भी हो सकता है. तो दैट वाज अ बिट कंफ्यूजिंग. तो इस टेक्नोलॉजी के वजह से हम लोग सेंसस बहुत ईजी हो चुका है. इसके बाद पेट्रोलिंग के दरमियान हम लोग कैमरा ट्रैप्स को भी चेक करते हैं कि ये इसका बैटरी तो नहीं ड्रॉप हो गया है, या इसका मेमोरी कार्ड तो फुल नहीं हुआ है, ये चल रहा है या नहीं चल रहा है. या फिर कभी कभी होता है कि जो टाइगर्स क्यूरियस रहते हैं बहुत, तो मैंने एक बार देखा है कि टाइगर ने कैमरा ट्रैप उखाड़ लिया था झाड़ से, एंड देन इट वाज जस्ट ड्रॉप्ड आउट. सो पेट्रोलिंग के दरमियान हम लोग ये भी चेक करते हैं कि कैमरा ट्रैप ठीक से चल रहा है, ठीक से लगा हुआ है या नहीं.
We are right now going towards Kumbai, and as you can see here, it's quite an open patch. It has some beautiful grassland and very few trees. There, Chosinga. Wow, look at that. We have a couple of Chosinga, or also called as four-horn antelope. These are some of the rarest animals that you would see in Tadoba. Most of the times we miss them because of the camouflage, and as you can see, they are preferably seen in the grassland habitat. So it looks like the mother and a young one. So they are very calm. You could have also seen that they had taken off earlier. We thought that they would escape, but fortunately they are very peacefully walking. We are now heading back towards the gate, and right now we will be concentrating on whatever comes across while returning. There are two Indian rollers on the perch here. Seems like they are fighting over a meal. The one below is grabbing something in its mouth, and the other one is trying to steal it. So folks, after a wonderful safari, we are right now heading back towards the gate of Ali Janja, and we are sure that you have enjoyed the experience of the jungle and also the fauna of Ali Janja. It was a great safari. We would like to wind up with some of the most interesting sightings. So some of the rare sightings like the Madras tree shrew and also the four-horn antelope. We did get to see a few raptors, some beautiful spotted owlets, and we would like to bring it more from the next safari onwards. Like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel. It is TATR4K Live, and you get the daily updates at 3 p.m. So we'll come up with a new episode and a new safari again tomorrow. Till then, goodbye.